breathe out, and then I breathe in through my nose. So it's a breather. You want to move with your breath. So don't focus on moving too fast, or even trying to keep in line with me. Move at your own pace. Move at your own breathing rhythm. That keeps you in your flow state. Other way. Other way.
So,
Yep.
oh, I keep forgetting it all the time. What the fuck?
When you ask yourself that, what answer do you get?
I actually don't know.
Okay, so that's one of your mental training goals, is to actually sit and wait for the answer. Whatever the answer is, it's going to come through. Doesn't matter how, and that way you can also monitor your internal dialogue, because the way you talk to yourself, apply to yourself, or allow your subconscious mind to talk to yourself, makes the biggest difference. So, for a lot of time, like, if you grow up with people that would always, I guess, make fun of you, scold you every time you do something wrong, every time you do something wrong, even as you're an adult, that same trigger will happen. Even if it's not actually happening around you, that same voice will come up. This is an example. The same way if you've developed a type of talking pattern to yourself that has just been developed and conditioned by yourself from not having really listened to yourself over the years, starts growing bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where if you ask yourself a certain question, okay, why do I think like this? Why can I not pick this up? Why am I, forgetting, why is this thing so hard?
Yeah.
And then just sit and then just really wait for the answer. Whatever it is. If it doesn't come, and then maybe that's an area of yourself that you really need to meditate. Because that will help you transcend past the things that you're struggling with a hell of a lot faster, a lot easier, and more permanently. It's really just really sit with the whole, why is it hard for me to pick this up? And then just sit with it.
I don't think it's hard. It's just, I gotta explain. So I just got too much, just trying to focus on that one thing, that trying to figure that. It's something simple. That's easy to do, but right now I'm just.
That's another problem, is that when something comes across as too easy, you can also bypass it too much. You know what I mean? It's like when you think that something's too easy and it's not a problem.
Why am I overthinking it?
You're not thinking. You're transgressioning past it too much. A lot of time people think, "Hey, that's simple. It's not a big problem," but then it keeps happening.
Feels like I just got into a block.
That's what it is. And sometimes it's the smallest things that we don't think we have to worry about are the things that are actually in the way. That's it. It's nothing big or deep or extravagant, because we're always used to like reacting and paying attention to more of the things that impact us more, right? So if something obviously bigger happens that causes us to emotionally become more distressed, then obviously that pulls our attention more than something small that we overlook. We overlook something. Something that seems simple that we overlook are actually the things we actually need to look at more. It's like having a broken toe. And you're wondering why you're irritated, and throughout the whole day, and then it's not. And then you think, that's just a sore toe, but it's just a sore toe. But really, because you've had that sore broken toe for months or even years, that little pain has grown throughout the entire body. It's now irritating your entire nervous system to the point where now it's annoying everything about you. It's infecting everything that you do. And a lot of people don't they just overlook it. And it's saying, look at the older generation, they're in the fucking worst shape possible. And like, oh yeah, that's fine. And you look at them like, no, you're not fucking fine. You need to stop overlooking, that shit and actually deal with it.
My dad's like that.
Yeah, a lot of the old people are like that. And it's passed on to a lot of us as well, especially when you get taught to just be like, everyone's got their problems, get over it, and blah, blah, blah. So then you just don't deal with it because you feel like your problems are just not big enough to. But if it's affecting your performance, that is a problem. If it's affecting your progression in something that leads to something bigger and greater, then that is a problem. It needs to be dealt with, like right then and there. And that's why a lot of these little things that we think are little things that have been overlooked, Like being able to concentrate and doing 1, 2, 3 in this, I can do this and think about what I have planned for the rest of the day. While thinking about what I'm doing this week, while thinking about what I did yesterday that I need to remind myself today. And I'll think about all of that before I even finish my set. And I'll even have time to really feel and be present with the last one. You know?
I've got it on track, like I know what we're doing. I don't even have to look at you, but I just do what I'm looking. I've got it. No, I know the motion, it's just, I don't know why I forgot that, did that one before, how I just lost track of what I was doing.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing, so that's why I missed did that one. So. But other than that, 1, 2,
Yeah.
it's a simple motion.
It's a simple notion, but if it's not coming across simply,
No.
then it's not the notion, it's something else that's prohibiting your block. It could be just something as simple as, okay, try thinking in terms of a scenario of what you're doing. Because most of the time, if you were, let's say, if you were hanging on a cliff, and I was pulling you up one at a time, 1, 2, and then I did one big one, I wouldn't have to think about 1, 2 breath, right? I'd just be doing it.
Yeah.
So that's what you also want to focus on. You want to be in the present moment of the doing and relating it to a real life situation. Anything, whatever you create, whatever works for you. Like that works for me.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Like I imagine like pulling someone up. 1, 2, get up there. You know? I imagine even the worst case scenario where I just fell off a cliff, I'm fucking tired, I'm sore, I'm injured, but my kids are hanging on the edge. And I gotta crawl there, quickly get to them, 1, 2, up. Done. Easy.
Yes.
Easy. Like that's how far I want to think. I'm prepared for that. And if I'm prepared for that, anything else below that is easy. And I'm not stressed about it, I'm just not afraid about it. And that helps me also develop a purpose for this specific movement, which, you know, the primary purpose is that we want to strengthen and build our back as well as our core. You know, but for the mind and the body, sometimes, unless you're a bodybuilder, obsessing about your image, and that's what it is for, which is all sweet.
Yes.
Most of the time we're not. Like we do have that goal and that aspiration, but if it's not like, obsessive, then our natural primal behavior will be to negate that movement. Like while we're putting ourselves at harm's risk and overstraining ourselves for something that's not giving us any meaning or purpose. Like this is how we're built and we're designed to function. So that's why creating real life situations for the techniques that you're doing will help you progress and get into the flow of dominating that technique, which then makes the primary goal for why you're doing the technique in the first place come a lot more efficient. So you use whatever works for you. That works for me. Some people that stresses them more. Why would you envision your family being in trouble like that? Like, why would you envision not? You know, that's just my thing. Like, why would you not envision, you know, being able to be confident in the hardest situations? If you're confident in the hardest situations, then any situation less than that, you're already well prepared for.
Yeah, that's
You know
true
what I mean?
too. Mentally.
It's like our workouts compared to a yoga session. Like you go to a yoga session tomorrow, you're gonna be like, this is actually a sweet break. You know? This is gonna be cool. This is easy. I fucking did this yesterday. Today,
There's a walk in the park.
I walk in the park.
True that.
That's it.
True that.
So, yeah, it's like that old saying, you know, if you wanna land on the moon, reach for the stars, and your feet will land right on top.
That's true.
It's just trying to reach and touch it like that, and then you actually go. So
Yeah.
that's what I do with my mind mentally. I stimulate myself to go over what is required for that technique. That works for me. In my mentality, use whatever works for you. It can also work for you as well.
That's true. Well, I'll tell you what, I will catch on to that breathing technique, just gonna, for the sake of us doing it, I'll just try, keep it there, but I'll do my breathing anyway.
Another thing to do is to also talk out loud, either through your mouth or loud in your head.
Okay, count.
Yeah.
2, right.
Not even counting. Like if the thing is timing and breathing, then breathe. Say just yell out the word breathe. Like breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. You know what I mean? Make it really, really loud so that it's the only thing that your mind and your body is.
I do that actually when we do research.
Yeah.
I'm counting as well, but my breathing is my counting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But you also want to hear the words as well. But yeah, if you want to breathe loud as well, it's up to you. And if you feel like it's getting even more, if that's not enough, then yeah, you have to say it out loud. And this will rewire your mind. When you say it out loud, it will rewire your mind to create new neural pathways, to create that type of thinking and behavior, which will then start getting embedded into your subconscious mind as well as your body as a new natural behavior. Sweet, one more round? Yeah. All right. Good. How's that one?
Have to do that again. I fucked it up twice.
How did you? All right. So how did you fuck it up this time?
Oh, I was just thinking. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking about the task at hand. So I'm
What were you
focused on.
thinking about?
My breathing got me off track, but I was also trying to focus on, like, I thought I had, like I said, I had the notion, but for some reason it just missed. So when I pull it up, I missed the next one, and I was sort of focused on you as well, trying to keep where we were going, and that's how I lost it.
Okay, so you got distracted as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. We'll do it's got your waist now. So we'll do a qigong technique. It's cool down. I was going to do 4, but we'll let that sit. So what we're going to do is you're going to breathe in. You're going to glide your hands up. And by the time you finish inhaling fully in, your hands should be at your chest.